guys, this is the Roger here. Playing a little Rust on the server, the Garry's community, another Garry's community server that I play on a lot. Tell you the truth, I'm going to just basically give a little, not really a tutorial, but just a walk around the map. Not gonna leave my house. I'm actually gonna cut it because I don't want you guys to know where I live, because that's very dangerous in this sort of game. So I'm gonna cut it in a second. Oh, my thing ran out. No, it didn't. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the video in a second, and I'm gonna meet you back somewhere along the path to show you some nodes and how to get some wood and where to scavenge for weapons and stuff like that. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, after walking a distance from my house, I see we're on the road. If you don't know anything about Rust, Rust is an island. Well, Rust, the game is held on an island. Rust is a survival game, and you're all on an island with a bunch of other people, and you're basically just trying to survive. You have guns. You can learn how to make these through schematics. You can also make meat. I have all these ammo, weapons, armor. But basically, the point is to gather as much stuff you can and build the biggest base you can and try to take over the server. You can kill people, but you can also be neutral, and you can have truces with people. And in general, that's the gist of it. The first thing I'm going to show you is how you gather resources. When you first spawn in, you won't have a hatchet like this. You'll have a rock, which I think I left at my house, so I don't have an example for you. But you're going to want to walk up to, like, you can walk up to trees, and you can walk up to what we call wood nodes, like this. These are called wooden nodes, and you can get those, and you get a lot of wood from those. However, if you just walk up to a tree, you only get one. So when you're playing, you can either get wood from a tree, and eventually that'll run out. Here, I'll show you what it looks like when it runs out. So oh, there you go, no wood left here. Alright, and then you can also notice in the bottom right, you have a health, a food, and a rads bar. The health is pretty self-explanatory. The food, you actually need to carry food around with you. As you see, I have some meat right in my number 1 slot. If I hit 1 on my keyboard, I eat the food, and my food goes up by 500. Now the way you get food is if I can find an animal. Alright, this is a dangerous. Alright, most animals won't hurt you, like this pig over here will run from you if you get too close, as you see. But since it was a wolf I killed, you can then go up to the wolf with your hatchet and smack it a little. And you get food, animal fat, and blood, and cloth. Alright, so once you get done doing this, you probably have a lot of food. So you have uncooked raw breast, some animal fat, some blood, and some cloth. Blood and cloth is used to make kits like these. At first you'll only have a small one. It's called a bandage. Animal fat is used to make fuel, and of course raw chicken, you can put it in the fire to make chicken breast. You saw a fire at the beginning of the video that I turned on and looked at for a second. The other way you gather resources is in areas like this, right? They look like little buildings. You can find crates like these, and you can gather resources. Like that was a shotgun shell and gunpowder. That's more food, and then a bullet, and those are 9mm. Those goes in pistols and MP5s. But if you see a house like this one, it looks like a little shack thing. That is a player-made object, and they obviously set a couple up in this little house right here, probably spamming these because you get some pretty essential items from those. And basically that's 2 of the mechanics. So you've seen dangerous wolves, and the pig, and look, there's a deer. And the way you can kill deer is if you're quiet enough, you can aim and shoot it right in the head, and it'll die. Right? That was an M4, by the way, and you can come over here and gather more meat. To tell you the truth, most you probably get about the same from a deer as a wolf, maybe a little less, and then you get a little more from a pig, which you saw, and they're also bears, and you get some from a bear. Alright, now you're going to see rocks like these and another type of rock, which is a little kind of shallow white rock. When you hit these with a hatchet, you can also hit it with like a pickaxe, but I don't have a pickaxe on me. You get what you see in this bottom right hand corner. You get metal ore, sulfur ore, and stone. Metal ore, of course, turns into metal, which you need to make things. Sulfur ore turns into sulfur, and with ashes from burning the sulfur with wood in a furnace, you can make gunpowder, which you need to make satchel charges, which are things to blow down doors, and grenades, which I will show you a demonstration of later after I get done showing you a couple places you can a couple other things like this thing over here you can run in, and it's basically the same as the smaller house, but it's a little bigger. As you can see, this is an alpha game, so you know there's a tree inside of the hut without any damage to the hut. As you see, there's another man-made wood house right here that someone is camping these things in. Alright, here's another thing you can look at. A blueprint. I already have this blueprint, but when you find these, you can stick them in one of your item slots here and research them. When you do that, you learn how to make whatever the item is that it says. Like, so that was a laser sight. You take it and you put it in your inventory, and you use, like, you hit a hotkey. Like if I were to put it here, I could hit 2, but see, if you hit 2, that won't pop up. But since I already know how to make it, it pops up for me. Alright. Now another important thing you need to learn about this game is about rads. As you can see, that's the thing that I said we would get back to in the bottom right hand corner under food and health. When you start hearing that noise, if I'll be quiet for a second, as you can hear, it sounds like a series of clicks. Wow. Anyways, it sounds like a series of clicks. The faster and louder the clicks get, the more radiation there is. You can also start to see a bit of an effect on the screen. If I look up in the sky, you can see it really well. That also means you're in radiation. A lot of items are near radiation. A lot of these crate things you have to go into radiation to obtain. As you can see, it's going pretty quick in the bottom right hand corner. I'm at 142 rads. I have to get out. If your rad ever hits 500, it is not an insta-death, but it is a very quick one. You are radiation poisoned and you lose health over time. Just like if your hunger were to hit 0, you would lose health over time. It would be instantly dead, but you would need to find radiation pills, which are these. These are radiation pills. It'll pop up. Hold on. Anti-radiation pills. They minus 200 rads every time you eat one. And that works, the way you eat one, it works exactly like a meat would. Alright, I'm going to keep going down this road to show you one more thing. I think I'm going to show you a zombie. Another one of the enemies in the game. If I can't find one pretty decently quick, I will cut. Nope, there's one running across the field right there. There are 3 different types of zombies. As you can see, this one right here I'll give you an example of all 3 types. This one's a much redder zombie than the other type. It's very quick. Oh, it didn't drop oh, there it is. And when you kill a zombie, it drops a backpack, and they will also drop pretty good loot. As you can see, my radiation's going up pretty fast, so I'm gonna switch to my radiation pills, just on the off chance that it might get a little crazy. Alright, here's another zombie. This looks like a regular zombie. Oh no, it's when the zombies run for no reason like that. That means they're a fast zombie. If they're just running around for no reason, that means they're fast. They're fast types. They're much redder when you walk up on them in the first place. If I can't find them, which I doubt I'll be able to because I'm trying to find them, there are 2 other types of zombies. Oh! See, and they walk up on me like that too. Now I'm bleeding. Anyways. Also, as you saw in the bottom right hand corner there, I was bleeding. When you're bleeding, you have to take a rad pill quickly. Alright, these are the normal type of zombies. As you can see, they're not as fast as the other zombies, but they do a little bit more damage. And these are the last type of zombies. As you can see, these are the pump zombies. It took 2 shotgun shots, well, it took 1 for either of the other ones. These zombies hurt a lot more than the other 2 zombies do as well. And as you see, since it's an alpha gen, they just revert back to their original color when they fall. Alright, I'm going to keep running down this road. There's one more thing I would like to show you before I go back to my house and show you a little bit about crafting. If you continue down this road, you'll see there's a barn way down there. But I actually think I'm going to cut it and be back momentarily. Oh, wait, is that a bear? I want to show you a bear too. No, that's a boar. Kill the boar. Oh, look, there's that other type of rock I wanted to show you. Alright, I'm gonna take my radiation pills off since I'm out of the radiation, as you can see, because there's no sound around me. If you walk up to these, they work exactly like the big black ones do. You just hit them and you gather ore. There isn't a ratio really. It's basically the same amount of ore for either. See, and it's pretty much 3 with the metal hatchet. Alright. There are more nodes. Anyways, if I find a bear, I will show you what a bear looks like, but you guys, I'm sure, know what a bear looks like. Hey, look, a bed. Alright, beds are important too. If you set this down somewhere, this is where you will spawn. If you die, you can click spawn at camp, and you will spawn on your bed. Alright, there's some more wood. I don't really need any wood. Here's another zombie down here. Alright, I'm gonna believe after killing it, cut it. And, ooh, a research kit. Alright, before I cut it, I need to tell you what a research kit does. When you have a research kit, it allows you to research things. Like, I could drag this research kit to this leather pants, and I could research how to craft leather pants. Or I could drive it to these radiation pills and research how to craft radiation pills. Now, I would normally grab this up and take it with me, but paper isn't as useful as other things, so I won't. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to cut it to show you one more. Actually, I'm right around the corner from it. If I just run this way, I'll be right at it. The next thing I'm going to show you is what is called Rad Town. Rad Town is basically a town full of those buildings where you can loot boxes from, right? When you're a new player, by the way, I wouldn't recommend leaving the road very much. I mean, when you want to make a house, leave the road to make your house. But when you're a new player, leaving the road is very dangerous. It's a very dangerous prospect, because a lot more zombies and bears spawn out here than they do near the road. Actually, I almost take that back. Sometimes there are less zombies out here than there are on the road. There are actually spots where zombies don't spawn at all. So, yeah. Alright, as you can see out in the distance there, that's Rad Town. And to the right of Rad Town is the road. So as you can see, you can just follow the road to get there. It goes right through Rad Town. And the road is a continuous loop. It goes all the way around the island. So if you're trying to get somewhere, you can just run straight through the road and get wherever you need to get. Alright, there used to be a house over here, but it seems to have disappeared. That's it, way over there. Someone must have destroyed it. That's the foundation. You can't remove foundations. Alright, so as you can see, as I walk into Rad Town, there's much more radiation. Since I already have this, I'm going to drop it, because you can't really switch anything. As you walk into Rad Town, there's much more radiation than there is anywhere else. Well, there's a couple other Rad Towns where the radiation is even worse. So you want to be careful when you're in here. You want to be quick, and make sure your rads don't get to that spot that I told you. Right, bandages and rad suit vest. I don't need this, but a rad suit vest actually stops more radiation than what I'm wearing right now. Even though technically the thing that I have on right now, right, there's a laser sight. Anyways, even though technically the armor I have on right now is better with armor, it is not as good as a rad suit at radiation. And then there was a laser sight. That's a mod you can put on your weapons. As you see, I have a sight and everything on my weapons. They do not come that way. You actually have to make those or find them as an area like this. What I'm really searching for is metal and bullets. Metal and bullets and weapons, really, you can get from this place really easily. Bullets, weapons, and metal. Well, metal is actually a much more efficient way to get metal is to mine those rocks. You can also find it here, and you always need metal. Metal's a very important resource. All right, more rad boots. That's part of that rad vest set that I showed you earlier. They're better at protecting me from rads than the boots I have on, but I have radiation pills, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, is there anything in here? Nope. Wait. I think the frame rate's probably a little bit low in this area because of the effect it does. Alright, so as you can see, this is exactly like the other towns. These are the places you go to find it. Wow. Anyways, that's like the third time that's happened this video. That doesn't normally happen. So, I think I'm going to cut it here, and I will meet you back at my house to show you a little bit of how crafting works. I will see you there. Real quick, this is not my house. I'm not back yet, but I wanted to show you this right quick. These are what you call palisades. I don't know what they're called in the crafting menu. But if you were to walk in one of these, it would hurt, as I'm about to show you. If you watch the bottom right corner of the screen, you'll see my health go down when I run into it, right? And you'll see blood splatter on your face. Be careful of these, because these kill you really quick. And if you don't have med packs, they make you bleed to death really quick too. So yeah, just wanted to show you that. So be careful when you're walking near these. You need to give it a wide girth. Alright, back to going to my house. See you there. Alright, we're back in my house, and I'm going to show you how to cook meat. This is the last thing I will be showing you, because it's probably a very important thing. Probably one of the most important things. I've showed you how to gather it, and I'll show you how to make it into something useful. Alright, the way you craft a fire is you go hit crafting. This little window right here will pop up to the right, and you can click on campfire, and you need 5 logs, and you can craft it. So you go here and you hit craft. I already have one burning in front of me. As you saw earlier, I already put some in, and there they are. You give it a second, it'll pop up here, and it'll be a cooked chicken breast. You grab it and you drag it to your stack. The other one of the most important things I want to tell you is when you open this up, you can go in here and you can see that it has sulfur ore and metal ore. I'll go ahead and drag the stuff that we got earlier. As you can see, wood turns into charcoal, sulfur turns into sulfur, obviously, and metal turns into metal fragments. You can drag these and put them in your inventory. And then these will go ahead and change into more. And that's pretty much all you need to know. As you just said, you can open the crafting menu by clicking this tab and going to any of these. You learn how to craft more stuff by using research kits on things. And that's pretty much it. Alright, as I said, this is another Garry's community server, and you guys should really check them out. They are some of the greatest people I've ever met on the internet. I've had a really good time hanging out with them the past 2 months. And I will continue to hang out with them for as long as I am able to. Anyways, this has been the Rajar, and I will see you the next time I make a video. Bye.